The end of the school year is coming and I don't have a banquet dress yet.
You don't?
No, I need one still.
Yeah, you really need to get on. Well, I mean, you have a month.
What colors are we thinking?
Probably. You look good in green, as always. Yeah.
What color are you doing?
Red.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay, back to the show.
This week on BGTV.
Aiden will showcase a beloved and talented teacher here at the high school.
Grace will give us an inside look at the senior citizen prom.
And Sammy will take us to meet some staff in our district whose careers are behind the wheels. I'm Anna.
And I'm Eden.
And you're watching BGTV.
You're falling behind.
Wolf.com!
Ryan, we're
This
doing
is how you build a
dance.
business.
We're doing a
This
dance.
is how you make it in this country. You got creed. You jump in front of them.
You make it so hard to love you sometimes.
Still behind.
Both the days I said I didn't want to be on the internet.
Go, 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 go!
Few people know that Mr. Waldy is the head of the art department here at the high school.
Even less are aware of his past that shaped him into the teacher we know and love today.
Aiden has all the details for us.
You know, when actors take their glasses off, it's called the business of the glasses. That's actually what it's called. Because different ways of taking off your glasses, you can seem like scared or disorganized, or you can seem very like stern and punishing. You know what I mean? Like the business. I was one of those lost kids after high school. Like I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I was absolutely not ready to go to college. I was not a good student. I didn't do any homework, and but I knew I didn't want to stay home and do absolutely nothing, because I know that's like stagnation is like a recipe for not growing. So I really just joined the Army effectively just to give me something to do, to get me out of the house and out of Dutchess County. After the Army, I kind of bounced around, like not doing much, working like little jobs here and there, and I had always been interested in photography, and so I went to a community college and signed up for photography classes. So I started taking photo classes at community college, and it was there that I got really interested in it, and I started working at a photo studio, and I did that for a couple of years, and then I was like, you know what, I should go to college for this. So then I went to RIT in Rochester. They have a great photo program, so I went through the photo program there. My whole brain was, I went to school for commercial photography, so after school I moved to New York City, and I worked in the commercial photo world for like 7 years, doing food shoots for like Martha Stewart magazine and like a lot of like magazine kind of work. So there was no thought that I was going to be a teacher yet at that point. I was working in a photo studio. We were working for Boar's Head, and they do like deli meats. So if you go to like the deli to buy like a pound of ham or whatever, and we were working for Boar's Head, and they had reinvented the mold that like chicken comes in. So like a sliced chicken, they added wings to the mold. So instead of it being like an oval sort of football shape, it had wings. And on that very same day that we were doing this photo shoot was September 11th. and we had gotten a call saying that an airplane flew into the building, and me and a couple people, we went up to the roof, and we watched as that second plane flew over and flew into the second tower. So we watched that whole thing happen, and for me, it was like a time where I really looked at what I was doing, and I thought, what I was doing kind of didn't matter. Like, who cares if the chicken has like fake wings? And I wanted to be doing something that mattered more. I didn't want to be taking pictures of chickens anymore, in all honesty. And that's kind of what led me down that path of leaving the commercial photo world and moving into the education world. I went to SUNY New Paltz. I got a teaching degree, and then pretty much got hired at Washingtonville almost immediately. I'd met a couple of people through that program. Mr. Leonard, I came and did like my observation hours here with him back when he was a teacher, and I've been here for 19 years. I feel lucky every single day. Anytime I have like not a great day, which is pretty rare, I pretty much always love coming here. I always think to myself that I'm pretty lucky. Like, the students we get are really great. I'm teaching a subject that, for the most part, students have to sign up for in order to take it. They're not forced to come into my class. So I usually get students who want to be here, and it's just a good place to work. I really feel lucky, in all honesty, doing what I do.
And now, here's Andrew with this week's installment of Sideline Stories.
What's up, Wizards, and welcome back to Sideline Stories. The boys varsity baseball team is unfortunately on a 3-game losing streak, with these 3 losses coming against Goshen and Cornwall twice. Their record now is 6-8 on the season as they approach playoffs. Continue to fight, boys. The boys golf team won their match last week versus Valley Central with a final score of 232 to 250, where our player of the week, Ryan Belcher, put up the lowest score of 40 strokes. Ryan has had such an amazing season and has been playing on the golf team since he was in 8th grade. Ryan qualified for the Section 9 OCIAA Counties tournament that was played on Monday, where he scored an 86, which was enough to advance him to sections. Great job, Ryan, and the rest of the team for your hard work this season. The girls golf team won both of their matches this and last week. Against Newburgh, they won 162 to 164, and against Middletown, they won 78 to 95. Great job, girls, and what an amazing season. The boys varsity lacrosse team unfortunately lost their 3-game win streak with losses against Pine Bush and VC, losing 3-6 versus Pine Bush and losing 7-10 versus Valley Central. The girls lacrosse team was finally able to get back out in the field this week. However, they unfortunately lost their senior match to Pine Bush, losing 7-11. The girls varsity softball team has unfortunately lost their last 2 games after winning their first game of the year versus Monticello 16-4. Great job with the win, girls. Our boys tennis team finished their season strong, continuing their amazing win streak with a win over Cornwall, winning 5-2, finishing their regular season with a perfect record of 14-0. Congratulations to the boys on this incredible achievement, and good luck going forward. Our girls flag football team won their last 2 games, including their senior night game on Tuesday, May 13th. The first win came against Highland, 26-13, and the second win was an absolute blowout versus Warwick, winning 38-6 on their senior night. The girls finished with an even record of 6-6 and are now heading to playoffs. Good luck, girls.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of Sideline Stories. Continue to show up and support our teams. I'm Andrew Kuliani, and I'll see you next time.
The budget vote will take place on Tuesday the 20th.
JROTC will be hosting a blood drive from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday the 20th.
There will be no school on Friday the 23rd or Monday the 26th for Memorial Day.
We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Stop! If you want a cookie, you gotta donate blood first. May 20th, be there or be square.
On Saturday, students from Washingtonville's chapter of National Honor Society hosted a senior citizen prom.
There was a dance, food, and a great time for everyone involved.
Grace was able to capture the memorable event.
The Senior Citizen Prom has been going on for about 20 years now. The former advisors of NHS, Mr. Bush and Mr. Frisbee, they brought it over from a different school, and we've been keeping it a tradition ever since. The members of NHS and the advisors, Ms. Crogslin and Ms. McNally, we all put together all the prior planning, and we help serve all the senior citizens.
It's really nice to see everyone come together from, all different types of backgrounds and stuff, and they're dancing with their husbands and their old-time friends. It's just really nice to see their smiles, and yeah, I really enjoy Senior Citizen Prom.
Seeing all the seniors dancing and having fun, meeting their friends, and being on the dance floor also makes me happy. One of the reasons why I wanted to volunteer. So it's pretty cool to see them in the photo booth and mingling.
It's great. So happy to be here. It's first time here. You guys are doing a great job. Hope you continue it. I'm with some friends and I'm with my grandson. He was my chaperone, but he chickened out. He became my escort.
This is my first year attending the senior prom, and it's fabulous. The food is wonderful. The servers are absolutely the best. Sweet, kind, and very friendly. And even our camera person is very sweet. And I look forward to coming again next year. It's been great.
Most of our wizards rely on the school bus for transportation to and from the school.
Our bus drivers are always reliable and such an integral part of our school community.
Sammy will get us a look into a day in their shoes.
How to put it? We all should be concerned about our kids, but we also have to let kids be kids. And if we continually put out fires for them, they'll never learn how to put out fires on their own. And I don't mean fires, I'm talking about, just being able to deal with adversity or, somebody that's not treating you kindly.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round.
I do. I deal with parent complaints, concerns, questions, yes.
And what do they typically call about?
Anything under the sun. It can be very excessive and time consuming. I don't think parents realize what it takes to actually have to pull a tape and go through it.
Again, I think if parents have conversation with their own kids about the importance of being responsible and not doing things that they shouldn't be doing, bus conduct should be classroom conduct.
We're kind of naive and we want to think our kids are angels, but that's not always the case.
We have 3 bus safety drills.
Fall, winter, and spring, in which they're taught about crossing, they're taught about different emergency evacuation tools.
Maybe not overlooked, but underemphasized is, it usually takes place when they're doing kindergarten orientation, is the
crossing, the 15-foot crossing rule. New York State requires us to cross every student if they're going in front of the bus.
It's taught when they go to kindergarten orientation. I think it really needs to be emphasized a little bit more. The kids are excited. They're in a school building for the first time. The parents are excited.
They're supposed to walk out at least 10 to 15 steps in front of the bus, stop, and look at the bus driver.
I think the fact that we don't actually get to evacuate the bus out of any other entrance except for the front door.
They aren't as in-depth as I'd like them to be, just because we've all got so much we've got to cram into such a small amount of time that we don't really have the time to get everybody to know as much as possible. So there's lots of ways to get out, but the kids have to know how to get out and use them. But when something goes bad or something gets missed, it's rough. Last year we had somebody on 207 that wasn't paying attention, came off into our lane and caught the bus, took a rear wheel right off the bus. Don't be stupid, don't drink, don't do anything you shouldn't do. Put your phone down when you're driving. Pay attention is the biggest thing. Most of the time it's not a bus hitting something, it's somebody running into a bus because they're not paying attention. Or
you have to realize that a decision you make could either turn out to be a good or bad consequence, and it not only affects you, but it affects so many others.
There's just way too many other alternatives than driving yourself if you're going to be unsafe in any way, and that doesn't just include drinking. We all make mistakes at any age. There are some mistakes you just can't come back from, and you have to remember, you know, if you might hurt a friend, you might hurt yourself or worse. It's one night and have a great time, but you can do it safely and still have fun. I enjoy being with them, and it's a small little window, and it doesn't make the difference of a teacher, but I know that they're getting there safe, and they're my kids.
just do the right thing. Get on the bus, sit down, behave. Don't give your drivers any grief. Pay attention, know your address. That blows my mind, the amount of kids that will take a late bus, don't know where they live.
Listen to your bus drivers. Yeah, they're out there looking to get you to and from school safe.
Sit in your seat, follow the rules, have a good time with your friends, but ultimately safety is the priority, and that's what our goal is.
Be good to your bus drivers.
All through the town. Get out of my way. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus.
And now it's time for the final episode of Adaptable Danny.
As we went across the county, I had a great time going on these adventures with you, all while adapting to every environment with a new persona. And this is the final episode of Adaptable Danny.
Hey guys, welcome back to another installment of Adaptable Danny, and for this episode, I'm going to learn how to dance from dance instructor Kayla.
Hello, my name is Miss Kayla. I'm a dance teacher at New York Tech, and today we're going to be teaching Adaptable Danny, a hip-hop combo. So at the beginning, we're going to have our right foot in front and our left foot behind, our arms out, and we're going to shimmy to the front, shimmy, then shimmy to the back, shimmy, and then you're going to pretend like you're hitting the drums, and jump up. You're going to step on your right foot, cross your left foot in front, and open your arms. So after that, we're going to, from here, we're going to open up our legs and do a circle around and around. Sorry. And we'll do our around, and the next part's a little bit tricky. Some of my kids have trouble with it too. This is called a kickball change.
Okay, like.
Yeah, literally, yeah, you got it first try. Okay, so after kickball change, we have our right foot out, left foot planted. We're going to double step on our right foot, 1, and then chest pop. Yeah, and then 2, and chest pop. And we're going to do a little salsa to the side. Salsa, salsa. Yeah, okay. Yeah, forward, back, drum, no, step, cross, 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 around, around, kickball change, step, pop, pop, salsa, salsa. Danielle did so amazing, so now she's going to be the teacher.
And these are my dance students.
Wait, what do I say? Say your name. Hey, I'm Jaden. Yo, I'm Aaron.
So, like this. Okay. Arms up.
Arms up.
Not
and
like
arms
this,
at your
not that.
chest.
Arms up. Thank you guys so much for being on the show, and thank you guys so much for watching Adaptable Danny, and I hope you all have a good rest of your school year.
Last episode, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Thanks so much for coming along with us this week, Wizards.
See you all next time. Oh, wait, we won't. But you know who will?
For the final time, I'm your anchor, Anna.
And I'm Eden. And
this has been BGTV.
It's such a nice day, Anna. You're right. I've been worried. What about you? I'm gonna go to my family. That's cute, but guys, you got really awkward. I know. Okay, wait. Restart.
And now it's time to catch up with Danielle on this week's.
I'm just fixing my shirt. You're gonna have to restart.
Oh
I've never returned my library book, and it's been like 3 years. And you have to get that back in so you can graduate. Guys, I know.
It's crazy that this is really our last year as high schoolers.
I know, it feels like it went by so fast. Whoa, did you see that?
Oh, wait. We won't.
But, wait. What? I forgot what the word was.
Smile.
It's never too late.
Thank you. What's your favorite thing about helping kids get to school?
I don't know that answer. Helping kids get to school. Ella, what's my favorite thing about helping kids get to school?